Ladies and gentlemen, I have something to address. Magnus Carlson is my father. On chess.com. Anywho, we'll be reviewing a game between Magnus Carlson, my father, and Kirill Shubin. They're both grandmasters of a somewhat alright level, not as good as I am, but since, it was my father that played, I have to review his game. Just, I can give him some tips then later on, see how he can improve. Anyway, we'll get into the review, I guess. We got Kirill as white and Magnus as black. Kirill plays pawn e4. Now, if that was me against such a basic opening, I'd probably play pawn g6. Can you believe it? My dad does the same thing. Plays d4. I'd say probably then bishop g7. Attack the pawn. Yeah, good move from me and my dad. Honestly, we're just on the same wavelength. Knight c3. Then pawn d6. I would have done that as well. Bishop e3, just developing. Pawn a6. On h4. On h6. Pretty good move, let's see. And queen d2. So that's a blunder, because he moves the queen here. Bishop takes. Then queen takes king. And then that's checkmate. It should be over. Don't know why the game's not letting me do that. See, if I do this, then he does this. And I do this. And let's see. His move. I'm going to move the horse over here. And then I'm going to do this. And he's going to do this. And this. That's just a free queen. And then what he's going to do this. I'm going to move my thing here. He's going to do this. This happens. And then, it's oopty-doop. So, as a response, Magnus Carlson plays b5. I would have done that as well. Then f3. In this current position, I probably play knight d7. Yeah, that's a good move as well, yeah. He plays knight d7, just like I would have, because, he's my father. We do the exact same moves. And then he long castles. That's good. He's building up defense here for a deadlier attack. Whoops. Look at that. I would have played bishop b7 probably here, just advance and probably just be more threatening. Plays pawn g4. And then pawn c5. This is actually a pretty good move, as it opens up a lot of stuff to do, because if he takes, does some nonsense like this, he takes. He wants to take this. I take this. He moves forward. I take the rook. But I don't think my dad's good enough to understand that move and its complexity. Instead, what happened? What happened? I guess that's a good move, yeah. Knight b5. I mean, I knew he would have done that because he's done the same thing against me. But it's a good move. And he moves king b1 to prevent, I guess, some sort of fork of some kind. I haven't a clue, but he's a low level. He doesn't know what he's actually at. And then in this position, rook c8 probably the best choice. Yeah, build more of an aggressive push. Whoops. Down the rank. Knight h3. Oh, you know what? I see a pretty good move here. Knight f6. Yeah. Because now it advances. And it's just going to leave him to, it's going to panic now. Look at this. This pawn is defending. But what happens once that pawn gets killed? Absolutely nothing. And then, what happens? Mr. Kirill blunders. This is an outrageous move, because really, knight g4. Brilliant. Checkmate is now unavoidable. It's quite simple, because, look at this. He moves here, take, and then he moves this here, take, and then he moves this here, take. That's mate. Yeah, that's mate. Mate in 32. Oh yeah, look at this. This is just shocking. Boom. That's mate. Crazy. He wouldn't have seen this coming, but let's see what my dad does instead. This knight g4, it's a good move. Pawns he takes, queen takes. Then he probably queen e1 trying to defend. Yeah, but then I would have done queen e5. I mean, my dad are on the same wavelength. We know exactly what to do. Then pawn takes, bishop takes the rook, queen f2, then knight e4. And then after that, he resigns. Because it's unavoidable mate. Knight e4 here. Horse here. Queen here, bishop here. Take. He can't do anything. Oh shit, this thing again. Then the horse takes. This is pinned. Horse moves here, put check on the king. That's okay. This pawn advances. This horse goes here. And then he's gonna move this. And then this is checkmate, I think. Yeah. Good game, Magnus. Good game, Dad. You played really well. Mate was unavoidable here. That was very good plays. Honestly, I was not expecting my dad to play this well. Wow. Well, GG's, Magnus. You played really well. As your son and a superior, you know, you've got a lot to learn. You could have made it there a few times. You missed a few mates. But overall, it was a very good game. Very beautifully played. Kirill, we got a lot to go. That's alright, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope all of you learned a lot of good lessons while watching me review Magnus and from watching Magnus play. Alright. Bye-bye.